Your little Mac M3 CPU is sweet. It can't beat my Snapdragon X Elite. iPhone stuck on same design for years. Nothing but the OnePlus Pixel have you crying tears. You got that iPhone 15, I got that phone to nothing. Think you're cool with iOS 18. Android had those features back in 2018. Your little Mac M3 CPU is sweet. It can't beat my Snapdragon X Elite. iPhone stuck on same design for years. Nothing but the OnePlus Pixel have you crying tears. M3 CPU is sweet. It can't beat my Snapdragon X Elite. iPhone stuck on same design for years. Nothing but the OnePlus Pixel have you crying tears. You got that iPhone 15, I got that phone to nothing. Think you're cool with iOS 18. Android had those features back in 2018. Your little Mac M3 CPU is sweet. It can't beat my Snapdragon X Elite. iPhone stuck on same design for years. Nothing but the OnePlus Pixel have you crying tears. M3 CPU is sweet. It can't beat my Snapdragon X Elite. iPhone stuck on same design for years. Nothing but the OnePlus Pixel have you crying tears. You got that iPhone 15, I got that phone to nothing.
Space right now.
Fresh off the G5 jet, I'm on my way to a brand new kit. Yeah. Woo.
I just need my space right now.
Fresh off the G5 jet, I'm on my way to a brand new kit.
Well, welcome back. eSIM Studios Podcast live stream, episode number 196. My name is Taylor Bell. Thank you for joining us today. I do appreciate it. I got a new, I have a new setup here. So if the angles look a little different, I do apologize. I want to thank everybody for joining us. It is a little dim in here, isn't it? There we go. How about that? Better? There we go. Bring a little more light in. Do apologize for that. Actually, you know what? Let's crank it up. Look better? I'll tell you what. I got one better for you. There we go. Now we have the light. Thanks for joining us. It is a little late here on a Friday afternoon / evening. But it is a good time to get, it's been a long week. It is a good time to talk technology today. Got a few topics here, but first we must get into, if you miss this podcast, if you miss the live stream, you're joining us late, midway through, miss it completely, go to the eSIM Studios YouTube channel. That's where you can catch the replay. Or if you want to listen to us on the go, obviously you can watch YouTube, play it in the background. But You can listen to us in audio form if you have Apple Podcasts, if you have any podcast platform, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, TuneIn Radio, iHeart Radio Music app, even the application Pocket Casts. Great application. Simply search eSIM Studios and we will pop up. Let's see here. So I have a couple of topics, right? Let me make sure I can hear myself. How does the audio sound? Let's see here. So I have a couple of. All right, it's fine. So I know I got to fix the lighting, but I'm working with a revamped setup. So actually, I'm doing this stream from a Chromebook. I was like, you know what? Is it even possible to live stream from a Chromebook? I had no idea. So I was like, you know what? Let me try it out. So I'm on a Chromebook. That's why it looks a little different. But everything works. The Logitech webcam works. I got my microphone hooked up. Everything works. So very, very cool. But anyway, so before we get into the news, I would like to discuss Google, and I would like to discuss the launch of their Pixel 9 series. I may do some digging into this myself. I don't know if I'm going to get any answers, but I want to know. This launch is a complete disaster. Now, don't get me wrong. The phone is badass. The Pixel 9 Pro is a badass phone. It may be the phone of the year. Android or iPhone. I love this Pixel. It's unlike any other Pixel I've ever had, and y'all know I've had every single one of them, even dating back to the Nexus days, even dating back to the G1, if anybody's old enough to remember that. What was that, 2008, 7 or 8? Anyways, I'm not talking about the phone. I'm talking about Google. I'm talking about the Pixel department. So I canceled the 9 Pro. So we did get in a Pixel 9 Pro XL. We got a couple of them in. But had also ordered a Pixel 9 Pro, the smaller one. Now, I don't know what the reason is, but if you're unaware, so Google normally launches, and this dates years, always in late October, right? I've told the story where I remember it was Halloween, and I was so excited. I think it was the 5X, the Nexus 5X. It was either the 5 or the 5X. I remember I was so excited. I got the delivery on Halloween. I was like, wow, this is so crazy. Now I can go out and take pictures. And I was taking a picture of my daughter while she was trick-or-treating. It's always late October. They always announce it mid-October, and then you get your device late October. This year, they bump it forward, right? So what was it, August 13th was the launch date. Now, everybody's like, all right, Pixel launch early. Now, this device has been leaked way in advance. Everybody was excited. We knew what it looked like. And then, come August 13th, you hurry up and place your order, right? Only 2 out of the 4 devices that Google launched on August 13th were available. Now, you could buy the 2 devices that were not available. They just wouldn't ship them to you right away. Now, the 2 devices that were available was the base Pixel 9 and the Pixel 9 Pro XL. So the base model and then the XL model, the Pro XL. The 2 that were not available, Pixel 9 Pro, so the small flagship, and the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, Pixel Fold 2, the foldable. So those 2 were not available. Now, it just said, I think it said coming soon or something of that sort, right? It makes me wonder. So I canceled my order. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. There's people on YouTube, tech channels that have quite a bit more subscribers than I am. Bigger tech channels that have reviewed them, and it still says coming soon. Like, I don't understand why they would have a big. Now this is like we're going to be rolling up on a month after the launch day, and they're still not shipping them. Now, I believe they bumped it forward to August just to get ahead of iPhone, just to get ahead of Apple. I think they knew they had such a good product, and it is. I love my Pixel. Like I'm blown away. But I think they wanted to get ahead of the iPhone launch, which is here in just a couple days. But here's the issue. But they're only shipping out 2 out of the 4 phones. Like 3 out of the 4 premium devices, 2 out of the 4 premium devices are not even available. Now, again, yes, you can, of course, they'll take your money, but they're not shipping them out. And something's going on. So my guess, and we'll move on, but I'm kind of frustrated today, and I said, you know what? I am actually, for the first time in years, going to buy, maybe ever, because I've always gotten my iPhones secondhand, right? Like I'll buy one on these couple that I have here. I'll buy one on OfferUp. I'll buy one on Mercari. And I'm not looking for anything special, just kind of a good deal. This is the first time ever I'm going to purchase an iPhone on launch day from Apple. I think, and Apple's been in the background, been in the production facilities, cranking millions, literally millions upon millions upon millions of iPhones, just probably in the past few months, just cranking them out. And they're in the stock room. They're stocked and ready to go. I guarantee you. I don't know what happened with Google. I don't know if the manufacturing process, if they couldn't source all of their parts for the Fold and the 9 Pro, and that's what's taken so long. I just don't know. I'm going to try to get an answer. Again, I don't expect much out of this. Honestly, I don't expect to get an answer. But I'm going to at least try. I'm going to try and hit up my sources over the weekend and be like, yo, what's going on? Like, y'all are in if I canceled, and I had two on order. I had a black one and a pink one. Yeah, it's, for a girl. Anyways, I had 2, canceled both because I can't wait. Like I just can't wait. I'm gonna get an iPhone, and that. Look, I don't have unlimited funds over here. It's not. I'm paying for these phones just like you guys. Now, not all of them. Nothing has sent me I've had some phones sent to me here and there, but I'm paying for this stuff out of my pocket just like y'all. So, Google lost 2 sales, and I'm gonna go to an iPhone. I'm not switching. Take a deep breath. I'm not switching to iPhone. I'm actually going to put a SIM card in it and use it, but it's going to be my secondary phone. I'm actually going to make a whole bunch of content, iPhone versus Android, comparisons, all sorts of stuff. So anyways, that's what's been going on. But I just don't understand what Google is doing. I don't want to see this happen again next year, because they're going to lose sales, and they're going to lose sales to iPhone. Again, if I'm cutting a couple of my orders and jumping across the street to Apple, yeah, it's a problem, because as y'all know, I'm heavy Android over here. All right, now that I got that out of the way, there's a bunch of news, and we're gonna try to hit all of this, right? That reminds me, I got a bunch of did anybody listening get a 9 Pro? I have a bunch of cases here. And we'll do giveaway. We may do a giveaway today. If anybody has a 9 Pro, holler at me. Contact information is down below. You can email me, you can DM me, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you. Telegram, don't matter. Check this out. So let's jump over here. Again, I'm working on a Chromebook, so bear with me. All right. Y'all can see it. Sweet. Now check this out. We're going to eSIM So there's a lot of interesting news here, right? So I wanted to touch on a couple of things. This first story is pretty interesting. It looks like, you know how Windows laptops now come with a dedicated Copilot AI button, where on these new Windows PCs that are AI Copilot Plus capable, you push a Copilot button, boom, and it puts it in AI mode or activates the Copilot. Well, apparently Samsung looks like they're going to do the same thing on this upcoming Samsung Galaxy Tab S10. Now remember, they're doing away with the base S10 this year. So remember, Samsung would release like this current year, Tab S9, Tab S9 Plus, Tab S9 Ultra. This year they're doing away with the base model and just going with the Plus and the Ultra. But the dedicated keyboards, the proprietary keyboards, well, I guess they're not proprietary, but the Samsung keyboards that are mad expensive, are going to have a dedicated AI button. Now, this release is right around the corner. The Galaxy Tab S10 and S10 Plus and S10 Ultra, I think, are going to be released next month. So rumors claim Samsung's working on adding a Galaxy AI key onto keyboards and cases with keyboards for the S10 series. The button's rumored to feature a Galaxy AI icon. Its functionality and feature shortcuts are still unknown, but we can guess what it's for, right? Recently leaked renders suggest the Tab S10 series won't feature a design change, but the keyboards will with that dedicated AI button. Check this out. Where are we at? So we got the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. We'll get to that. We got official colors if anybody's interested in that. Also, Motorola. So Motorola has a nice foldable. I've never had a Motorola foldable. I used to be a big Motorola fan, believe it or not. Back in the day, I had the Moto Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4. And I had the Moto X4, remember, with the stock Android on it, or the Pixel software OS. I've had a couple of others as well, but Motorola's rumored Razr 50S could walk the thin line and the affordability line. Very thin line. So it looks like if Samsung came out with a Z Flip 6 FE, or a Z Flip FE, whatever they called it, right? Like a cheaper version. That's basically what Motorola is going to do with this Razr 50. There's rumors that they are going to... Now, they already have a premium and quote-unquote inexpensive model, but this new leaked model looks to even undercut their affordable model. It could be the industry's cheapest foldable. I believe it's going to be somewhere right around $500, no more than probably $600. Now, this is just rumor, but if that is true, if it does come true, here's a picture. If it does come true, that means this should be the cheapest option to try a foldable, right? If you've always wanted to try one, pretty expensive, never gotten around to it, this may be the best bet to get into the foldable realm. If any more information pops up on this, I'll definitely let you know. And that's basically all we have right now on that at the moment, right? Android 16. Wow. Android 16. So, big changes. I take that back. Not big changes, but we'll just say changes, right? Actually, it looks really cool. And we'll get to the pictures in a second. I think it looks cool. So, moving from Android, more of the recent Android versions, it seemed like Android has basically, and Android 14 is almost perfect. I think Android 15 is going to be damn near almost perfect. Now, Android 16, it looks like they're actually going to change the way it looks. So, currently, I guess technically we're on Android 15, but I mean, you can download it and install it, but I'm just going to say we're on Android 14, right? If you got a Pixel, I'm sure you're on Android 14. If you're got a Samsung, you're on 14, nothing, 14, OnePlus 14. So if you go back to Android 12, Android 13, Android 14, Android 15 looks similar in design. The way the layout. Now, of course, there's minor tweaks and minor changes, but Android 16 looks to change stuff up a little bit, not drastically, but a little bit, and I'm all for that, because when you get a brand new version of Android, remember those days when you would go from what was it, KitKat, was that 7.0? I think so. Remember when you would have KitKat and you would roll over to, I don't even remember what came after that, but you go, they got so many weird names. You go from Android 7 to Android 8, whoa, there'd be a big design change. And I mean design change by everything, by the notification pull-down menu, the settings. There would be a noticeable difference, right? Even, I remember go Android 9 to Android 10. That was a big change, right? Even dating way back from into 3 into 4 was a big change. There were huge changes in the design of the code, in the way it looks. Again, we're on Android 14. It basically looks the same back to Android 12. So for the last three Android versions, not much change. But it looks like if you're kind of getting bored, it looks like you might get a change. So, changes could arrive. I take that back. Changes will arrive. From the screenshots I've seen that I'm going to show you, changes will arrive for Android 16, and Google's code suggested a makeover for its quick settings. Now, this is just a sneak peek. We just got a real quick look at the quick settings. A more clever design could be in the works. Google's recent Android 15 QPR1 beta holds clues that point towards a major makeover for the system's notifications and quick settings panel. Viewing these notifications could produce a smaller panel that takes up less of your display, while the full settings menu can hold smaller circular icons. So instead of having pages when you swipe down your notifications and you have pages you got to flip through, now you should be able to hold all of those pages, all of those icons on one pull down, right? So the recent Android 15 QPR1 Beta 1.1 patch fixes a rebooting Pixel problem. We're still waiting on the stable launch, which could happen in October, but let's get back into Android 16. So let me show you a sneak peek of what it looks like. Damn, that is a blurry-ass photo. Can I enlarge this? Damn it. I cannot enlarge it. And it's kind of blurry. If you want a better image, and I know you're probably squinting, if it's hard to see, go to eSIMstudios.app. I have all the stories there, including this one and more. But that's not really a good example. Let me show you what I'm looking at. What I'm talking about. Right here. So here's Android 16 right here. You can tell how, you're like, well, I don't see any different. Like I said, looks pretty similar. But you will be able to get these smaller icons on here. And they will all... Now, there's still a page, I can tell right there. So, again, not many big changes, but at least it's something if you're kind of getting bored with this stuff, right? So, be on the lookout. I know that's way in the future. Again, Android 15. We still got to get on. So, this Android... So, we're going to hit Android 15. Everybody should get the update. If you have a Pixel, next month for Android 15. If you have Samsung, you will get updated to Android 15 in November. Now, that's assuming you have an S24 series or a Z Flip 6 or Fold 6, which we'll get into. That'll come in November. Samsung upgrades and rewards those that have the newest and most premium devices. And then they not water down, but delay the launch for older devices. So if you have an S23 series, you'll get that Android 15 update in November. And then if you have the S22 series, it'll come in January. You know what I'm saying? Like look, agree with it or not, they reward those that have the newer devices first, right? So be on the lookout for Android 15 right around the corner. Now, speaking of Samsung and speaking of updates, if you have a Samsung, presumably a S24 series, yes, S24, because the foldables are on 6.1.1, the Flip 6 and the Fold 6. But if you have an S24, S24 Plus, S24 Ultra, Samsung's releasing One UI 6.1.1. So current devices are on 6.1, and now they're rolling out 6.1.1. But let's find out if the security patch, because I believe I just got updated to, let's see if it hit my S24 Plus. My S24 Plus is on 6.1, and it's on the August security patch. So I'm not sure if it's a standalone update, meaning you're still going to be on the August update. Actually, you know what? I take that back. It should be on September. What the hell? Damn, I thought we were still... Damn, sorry, brain fart. So we're... Duh. It should be... 6.1.1 should be the September security patch. So if you have one, please be on the lookout. And I believe my Flip, if you have a foldable, let's see where that's at. August 1st, 6.1.1. So all these Samsung devices should get an update for the September security patch. However, the S24 series is bumping up to 6.1.1. Now, if you have a S23 series or a year or two older, this 6.1.1 update is going to bring you more AI features if you have an older device, right? So be on the lookout for that. You should get some AI features. Now, if you have a OnePlus device, let's see what we're on. We're on the August update as well. So September security patch should... Actually, you know what? Speaking of... Hang on. My Nothing phone is on the August security patch. So, no September updates as of right now, but be on the lookout because they are right around the corner. Let's see here. S24 Plus, S24 FE. And then I want to hit on this Magic, what is it, V3 real quick, and then We'll see if any of y'all could use a Pixel 9 Pro case. What colors we got here? So the S24 FE, I believe they're going to launch these right alongside the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 series. Both have been certified by the FCC. Both are essentially just waiting in the wings to be launched. So I think you're going to see, now they're not going to do it like around the iPhone launch. So if it does leak, it's going to be late September, or I'm guessing early October. Basically a month from now, I think, is when they're going to launch these. Now, they're not going to have some official launch party. It's going to be a simple PR statement, and they'll say, hey, and you can go on Samsung's website and order them, and I'm sure go into a carrier and get them. But these S24 FE is going to come in blue, graphite, green, and yellow. So you're going to get a blue, you're going to get a gray, you're going to get a green, you're going to get a yellow, which I'm sure looks pretty ugly, but it is what it is. Now, where is this Honor Magic? Is that it? V3? Have y'all seen how thin this thing is? This is razor thin. Here's Red Magic. Where the hell is it? I could just Google search it. Oh, yes. How could I forget? So, let me tease two things before we get to the Honor Magic. Look at this. Did y'all see the new photo of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra? Remember, Samsung is releasing an Ultra version of their Fold 6. Now, we thought this one early on, we thought when this news was leaking, we thought this Ultra version was going to come with an S Pen, just like the S24 Ultra. We were wrong. It's actually, now, the name Ultra is not official. I'm just calling it that because that's just what I call it, right? So it's not officially named yet, but it's going to be the Fold 6, but a razor thin Fold 6. And our very first photos emerged of this super slim Fold 6. Right? So check this out. So there it is right there. You can tell it is thinner because look, the camera module is on its own little island, and the normal Fold 6, there's no island and just the sensors. So you can basically tell how much thinner this panel is over here. This device is right here simply by the cutout for that island. It's probably 2 millimeters thinner on each panel, which makes it 4 millimeters thinner when it's combined, when it's closed. Now, here's the bad news. What I've been, it's basically like an S24 glued, not glued, but you get it. It's like two S24 Ultras stuck side by side, and then you can open it up like a book. That is cool. Now, that might entice me, if they start making them like this, that might entice me to get my first foldable. I've had flips. I've had every flip. I love these flips. But I've never had a foldable like that opens up like a book, like the OnePlus Open. Never had one. But if they make them like this, and that's what I've been saying, I want a foldable where it's like two phones stuck together, and it just opens up like a book, right? And I think this might be the first iteration of my hopes and dreams for a foldable. If so, might be tempted. But again, it's going to be more expensive than the Fold 6. And another set of bad news, not to mention the price, it's only going to be released in South Korea. So I don't really know the purpose of that. I think Samsung knows they're not going to sell a ton of these. And actually, I might get into that tomorrow. The sales numbers for these foldables are way down. Way down. As far as how many devices, how many Flip 6s and Fold 6s did Samsung sell this year? Well, let's just say the last 2 years have performed way better as far as sales go. So I think if they would have released this as their Fold 6, I think the sales would have been higher. But I don't believe it was ready at launch, which is why it was delayed and probably won't be ready until later this year. We've had a rumored launch date of around November, possibly December, but around November is what I'm hearing. So we'll have to wait and see, but it looks cool. The razor thin. Obviously, you have to worry about heat. I know they put vapor chambers in there now, but man, these things are getting thin. I cannot wait to see what this iPhone 17 Air looks like. But there's your Fold 6 Ultra, only being sold in South Korea. So it's also, how could I forget? You know how we say these foldables are mad expensive, super expensive, and they don't even put the best cameras in there, right? Like, that's it. It's crazy, but that's just how pisses a lot of people off, right? You have a $2,000 device, and they don't even put the best camera setup in there. Well, guess what? This one's going to have the same exact camera setup that the S23 Ultra has. This Fold 6 Ultra is going to have the same camera setup. So let's hope this sets a standard for putting quality cameras, quality sensors in these foldables, because we're paying way too much money to not have the best sensors in them, right? It's insane paying $2,000 for a device and not even having the best camera setup that company offers. Is just a ludicrous idea. But hopefully this is going to change the tide. And I would hate to have a $2,500 price tag on it just to get the best sensors, right? They should be putting anything over $1,000. Shoot, anything over $800 should have the very best cameras in them. But it looks like Samsung is going to do it this year and put the very best sensors in this Fold 6 Ultra. Very happy to see that. It says this one is going to be 7.7 millimeters thick. That's pretty thin, and that's folded. So when it's unfolded, it'll be basically 3 to 4 millimeters per side, per panel. So it looks like a badass device. All right. Yeah, I know. You love. You got a couple of those Motorola's, right? I used to have a bunch of those, man. Flossy Carter and Overage Dad covered the Honor V3. It's one of the thinnest folding phones. Let's look at that real quick. You got the XL. Does anybody have the Pro? Does anybody have the 9 Pro? Yeah, the eSIM thing sucks. Yeah, our Pixel Watch 3 shipped and will be here on Monday. Monday. Yes, they did do royally screw up. How's it going, Zyrax? Let's look at this Honor V3 real quick. If anybody listening has a Pixel 9 Pro, holler at me. I got a case for you. Real quick, let's check this out. Yes, I'm almost done. 9.2 millimeters thick when folded. So you're basically looking at 4.6 millimeters when it's open, each panel. Look at this. I don't know if that's exaggerated or not, but holy crap. Look how thin that is. That is thin. Wow. What do these sell? Where do they sell these? Let's go back. Did y'all see that or no? Damn it. Look at this. Well, look at that. I'm going to go to shopping and let's see. Honor Magic V3. 1600 on eBay. 1400 on Wanda Mobile. Never heard of that. 1300 AliExpress. Getting cheaper and cheaper. 14, 11. Huh. $11.99. So it has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. It has what? 50 megapixel. What are the specs? Excuse me, 16, 14, 13, 16, 14. Where was the 1100? That's VOP Mart. Y'all ever heard of that? So it's got 7.92 inch foldable LTPO OLED display. So it's got the 8 Gen 3 Snapdragon, 50 megapixel, 20 megapixel, 50 megapixel rear cameras, and a 16 megapixel front camera. 16 gigs LDDR5X RAM, 256, 512, 1 terabyte UFS 4.0, 5,000 milliampere hour battery, 66 watt charging, Magic OS 7.2. What? Based on Android 13. Man, please. Yo, why do these companies do that? They have such a badass phone, and then they put a 2-year-old operating system on it. We're on Android 15 now. Say what you want. You can download it and install it. The Android 13 is 2 years behind. That's some BS. Well, then I wouldn't buy it. Simply for that fact. Yeah, that's crazy. Why? See what I'm saying? This stuff drives me crazy. There's never a perfect phone. Ever. Right? No matter what it is. Could have like this. Badass camera system. Beautiful display. The thinnest foldable ever. With 2-year-old operating system on it. And it's $1,200. No, I don't think so. Nice try. But Honor, you got to do better, man. That's embarrassing. I don't know. I'm going to check one more site to see if that's true. I hope it's a typo. But I doubt it. Let's see. Let's go to... And then I'll get out of here. Let's go to... I don't know. I've never heard of this site. See, this has Android 14. Well, I hope it's a typo on that other site, but they got to correct that because that's going to cost them sales. So look. Android, here's the Honor Magic V3 1400, and that's for the base. So if you want to spec it out, put 16 gigs and 1 terabyte, that's 1700, 1800 after taxes. This one right here says, where's it at? Android 14 right here. Look at that. So Who knows? But I'm hoping, should we triple check to verify? Because we got one saying this, one saying that. Let's do one more. So that's Wanda Mobile, and then VOP Mart has it Android 13. Wanda Mobile has it Android 14. Wasn't there an AliExpress? There we go. Let's go to AliExpress. What do we got here? All right. Give me the specs. Give me this. I could go to GSM Arena. Actually, they'll have the... I trust them over anybody. I know we're getting close. We got all these specs, just not the Android version. Up right here. That says Android 14 right there. So maybe the VOP Mart was incorrect. So it is what it is. They got to fix that, because I'm sure that'll cost them some sales. But I got to get out of here. The sun's going down. It's a Friday evening. So appreciate everybody for joining me today. Thank you very much. I apologize about missing yesterday. Got a lot going on. But I will be right back tomorrow with the very best technology headline news. I want to thank everybody for joining me again. Please have a safe, emphasis on safe and enjoyable Friday evening. Thank you very much for joining us. I do appreciate it. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. You know what? It just dawned on me. Today's Friday giveaway day, right? And I didn't do a giveaway. Join me tomorrow and we'll do a giveaway, right? And if I forget, please remind me in the comment section. Tomorrow we'll do a Saturday special giveaway edition. So don't miss tomorrow. Peace.